Hello and welcome. This is the Greenbrier Valley Church of the Nazarene with your daily devotion for today. It is Monday, September the 16th, and our devotion is coming from the book of Daniel, chapter 5, verses 1 through 9. And here is the word of the Lord. King Belshazzar gave a great banquet for 1,000 of his nobles and drank wine with them. While Belshazzar was drinking his wine, he gave orders to bring in the gold and silver goblets that Nebuchadnezzar, his father, had taken from the temple in Jerusalem, so that the king and his nobles, his wives, and his concubines might drink from them. So they brought in the gold goblets that had been taken from the temple of God in Jerusalem, and the king and his nobles, his wives, and his concubines drank from them. As they drank the wine, they praised the gods of gold and silver, of bronze, iron, wood, and stone. Suddenly, the fingers of a human hand appeared and wrote on the plaster of the wall, near the lampstand in the royal palace. The king watched the hand as it wrote. His face turned pale, and he was so frightened that his legs became weak and his knees were knocking. The king summoned the enchanters, astrologers, and diviners. Then he said to these wise men of Babylon, "Whoever reads this writing and tells me what it means will be clothed in purple, and have a gold chain placed around his neck, and he will be made the third highest ruler in the kingdom." Then all the king's wise men came in, but they could not read the writing or tell the king what it meant. So King Belshazzar became even more terrified, and his face grew more pale. His nobles were baffled. And that is the word of the Lord. Our article today is titled Hard to Ignore. Today's articles and the articles from this week are written by Stephanie Hendrickson. Stephanie is a ordained elder in the Church of the Nazarene, and she is the editor of Reflecting God, this very publication that we're reading right now. And, of course, this is for the Church of the Nazarene. Here's what Stephanie writes for us on this Monday morning. As a child, I had a Bible that had illustrations of various passages spread throughout the pages. One of those illustrations was of a giant hand inscribing a message on the wall of a banquet hall. Divorced of the story, it was an odd picture. A monstrously large human hand floating in the air and writing on the wall. Apparently, the no writing on the walls rule didn't apply to the hand. Some folks need a bit more to get their attention than others. Belshazzar was such a person. He had given in to his belief that he was supreme above all others and subject to none. He ordered the gold and silver goblets from the Jewish temple to be used at his dinner party. If that wasn't bad enough, he and his guests mocked God by praising the gods of earthly elements. Belshazzar was beyond a polite reminder that he was where he was because God had given power to Nebuchadnezzar. He failed to acknowledge that God was above all others. So God got his attention with a message, delivered in an impossible to ignore way. What is God trying to say to you today? Will you take time to listen now or wait for an eye-opening message? The hymn today is Day by Day by Caroline V. Sandelberg and is translated by Andrew L. Skog. Every day the Lord himself is near me with a special mercy for each hour. And from the Gospel of John, chapter 10, verse 27. My sheep listen to my voice. I know them, and they follow me. And this is your daily devotion for Monday, September the 16th. Have a blessed day.